Good morning. We're going to do a day in the life of a pilgrim. So we just stayed back over here in this great albergue over in the corner. It was a bit hot outside yesterday. I got up to about 96 degrees Fahrenheit. So none of us slept very well. There were fans in this albergue, which is good. I'm sitting here waiting for Mike and Greg to pop out down there. And I went ahead and stretched because I have to stretch before I go do this stuff. Came down here, got my mochila on the ground, my backpack. We just filled up. There are fountains, fortunately, in a lot of these cities, kind of everywhere. So just come over here, filled up the canteens, getting ready for the day. It's going to be very hot again today. It's supposed to be even hotter. It's maybe in the 97, 98 degree range. So we stretched, we woke up, threw everything in a bag. Don't really do my hair in the morning. And here we go. Getting ready to start walking as soon as the knuckleheads get downstairs today. And we're finally rolling out now that the sun's coming up. Good stuff.
I'm out of water.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the other thing we do. First thing in the morning, we usually go over, first we complain for just a second. Then he's going to tell me he's hungry in just a second and start asking where the cafes are. And we're on a pilgrimage, so we always do a morning prayer. So we're filling up canteens, finishing up, getting ready to step out for the day. And he'll be praying for this morning, so you guys can join us for morning. So, Lord, we ask you to be with us today, travel with us, keep us safe as in our steps, keep us healthy in the sun, watch over our fellow pilgrims and all our loved ones back home. That's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And now we step off to Leon, and I'm sure we'll be stopping at a cafe to get something to eat. Because yesterday we may have taken in a grand total of about 250 calories. So, coffee soon. This is one of our favorite parts about the morning. The morning's very anointed out here. You can kind of hear all the birds around. You can kind of hear the footsteps underneath us on the trail. And we just walked over a beautiful river. And honestly, those are the things that we look forward to out here in the morning time. Usually there's some conversation that kind of gets started. But before we start putting our headphones in or morning rosaries and that kind of thing, we usually like to listen to what's kind of happening around us. Take a listen. This morning we're walking along a pretty big highway out here, and you're going to get to see one of our favorite parts of every day. Let's see if I can stop and show this to you. Just over in the distance here. The sun's coming up.
Yeah.
It's one of our favorite parts today out here. Greg's dancing. But the sunrises out here have been absolutely gorgeous. So you kind of get an idea of what we look forward to every day. And unfortunately we're walking along this very major highway, but we still kind of enjoy it. It's great. And there we go. There's our Lion King moment. Gregory's been providing a bit of a soundtrack here. And nice. And now it's very majestic, right? And it's actually a little bit chilly out here for the exact moment. And in about 3 minutes, it's not going to be so chilly. But there we go. Sunrise is one of the best parts of the day. So we just got to a bar, like a cafe. Not like, well, it is a bar, not gonna lie. And yesterday we had a pilgrim's meal with our friends we've been walking with. It was very nice. The restaurant, the supermarket didn't have a tremendous amount of selection, so didn't have a tremendous amount to eat for dinner, but it was still lovely. It was very much done in the spirit of sharing and collaborating and talking about stories and stuff. It was great. But we're here at the bar. We just walked about 6.5 kilometers, I think, to get here. Gregory's delighted, and honestly, it's time for a cup of coffee. We're all pretty hungry, so we're looking forward to this. So we'll show you what breakfast looks like.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, man. Yeah!
Okay, I keep managing to shut my phone off. So we're at breakfast. We just got our tortilla, which is like a potato dish we do every day. Some orange juice. Don't worry about the calories. We're good. Gracias. And we got our cafe con leche. One of the most important parts of a pilgrim day, honestly.
Sleeping.
And then today we got this, what did she call this? Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
Something that sounded like Oompa Loompa.
Something that sounded like Oompa Loompa. We have no idea what we're ordering half the time we're in these restaurants, but we're gonna eat breakfast because we're super hungry. So, on this trip, water crossings have been one of our favorite things, one of my favorite things for sure. And there's a really cool little waterfall behind us. Just started morning rosary. But this is like a really nice Peregrino bridge that somebody put together. But this is like beautiful out here. It's great to hear the water, and you can hear the traffic just over on the other side. So super cool that we find these little things along the way.
Get me in there too.
So Greg wants to be in the video. We're just coming up on, we just stopped underneath a bridge to put on some sunscreen mid-morning. It's coming up on 10 a.m. About to start another rosary. And this is the majority of what we do, is hoof it down the road. Greg must have just seen Tim, another pilgrim friend of ours. And we're coming up on this next village. So it's 10 o'clock. We're not quite halfway through our day, and it's not a long day today, but the sun is already up. The heat is a little bit overbearing right now. It's going to continue to climb. Yesterday it was 96 degrees. Today is supposed to surpass that. So we're not very excited about the prospect of walking through the afternoon. So I'm trying to keep up enough pace as a crew leader here to get us where we need to go and stay hydrated, but at the same time not push too hard, because that'll kind of aggravate some chafing issues and stuff that the guys are dealing with. So this is life on the Camino, kind of hoofing it and walking through fields, and right now with a lot of direct sun and not a lot of relief from it. So we got to keep making good time here. The heat has not been that awful until the last couple days. This is a bit unseasonable for out here. Today we may see 100 degrees out here, very high 90s. So it's not been like this every day. We've actually had some chilly days out here, which have been delightful. And as we continue to walk, we keep looking for yellow arrows, yellow signs. Here's one. You can see as we're walking up, it kind of tells us that yellow arrow that we're still on the Camino, heading in the right direction. So we're looking for those all along the way. Believe it or not, the trails are really well marked. There maybe have been one or two times we've come up on an intersection with a little bit of confusion. One actually in a major city, which was a little funny, and then one in a small town we were just in maybe 2 days ago. So that's what keeps us on the way. You follow the golden arrows, the yellow arrows, and little markers. So we're going to keep trudging along, trying to stay hydrated, and praying for all of you as we walk. Good stuff. So we're just coming down a hill. There's actually a bypass trail to the traditional Camino coming into Leon because of some road construction, and we just came around the hill, and there we go. There's Leon. So we're always excited about seeing the town kind of as we're coming into the next space. And Gregory's singing to keep his, I guess, all of our spirits up.